What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keth Young, looking like an orange, brown, tan chicken biscuit. Anyway, what's going on with everybody? It's glad everybody having a good time. Look at this. Quality wise, I don't know what I'm doing with quality wise. The last video was interesting to look at. Thank you for joining the live. If you're just now coming in, this live is not made for kids, so the chat is so I guess I'll say hey or whatever. Live. If y'all want to see it, he right there, they're gonna this time he over there, so you can't just fall asleep after feeding. Just sitting there playing.
Hey, when it's not for kids, then we play.
It's because he right there, don't mean it's for the kids. Yeah, you can speak up, Luke. Everybody. I'm looking fully at the camera. Everybody. Persistent perspective, you know what I'm saying? Just breaking down some understandings and whatnot. Weird old thing that I kind of like came across today, like my distribution platform allows me to split royalties between people who have any type of collaboration or touch on my music. And I just thought about it. It's a lot of starving artists out here because a lot of people aren't trying to collab or split, you know, royalties. And I get it. You know, some people just want that whole 100% of the profit. But when I sat there and thought about it, I'm like, a lot of the people that, you know, contribute to any type of like art or media for you should be like able to receive some royalties. Because I mean, that one-time payment of however much the studio time, mastering, producing video, no matter how much, you know, the revenue is for said thing, that one-time payment gets you by for whatever your bills are in a month, and then that's it. I mean, if you are somebody that's popping off, it's probably the reason why, because you're not giving no royalties to anybody that helped you with what you did. Probably just paid that one-time fee and got it kicking. But it's cool. I ain't know either. I didn't think about it until I was in the predicament of looking at the royalties. But as it be, I pay my dues. I just wanted to speak on a few things because as of late, I've just been refreshing yo stance on things. It looks shiny. Yeah, I guarantee y'all I'm turning it to gold. But I don't know why. I forgot what I titled this. Forgot it. Just that quick. I'm looking at my phone. See my phone on there. No, my phone don't mess with me. I'm not subscribed to myself. Let's see here. What do I name this live? YouTube. YouTube. Little cup. Little cup, huh? Alright, cool. Hey, look, it's crazy. I can look at the live. Look, we live. It's funny. But little cup. So, you know, I like to make tea. Tea is really good. Ginger tea, little cup. So, you know, I like to make tea. Tea is really good. Ginger tea, chamomile, raspberry leaf, dandelion, burdock root, fennel, elderberry, turmeric. You know, let's look up. Feel free to go ham on the comment section for all those who may or may not. What's my vocalization like with the mic? I'm looking down here. Can I have changed in any type of way? I just ended up muting myself. Excuse me. But yeah, a little cup, big T. Anyway, the definition of a manic. Can somebody give me the definition of a manic? If not, I'll type it up myself. Crazy. Little Cup. Let's see if I can speak on some things I like based on what Google remembers about me. Oh, at least 9 arrested after large gatherings of young people in Chicago over the weekend. Published May 24th, 2021. After at least 9 people were arrested following large gatherings in downtown Chicago on Saturday night, police are promising more enforcement action. But some members of the public say that the department is not doing enough. Amidst reports of scattered fights and vandalism in the city on Saturday, police confirmed that 9 individuals, including 8 juveniles and 1 adult, were arrested after officers arrived to break up a large group that had congregated near several downtown landmarks, including Millennium Park. What time did this happen? The Chicago Police Department has ensured that sufficient resources have been deployed to ensure the safety of residents and visitors throughout Chicago, including the downtown districts, the department said in a statement. The CPD Superintendent David Brown says that 2 adults were arrested on Saturday evening and both had weapons. He also says that the department is working with Chicago Public Schools to engage with teens. I'm not seeing what time does that. That I passed the at least I don't know what time. Let me see. It looks like a group of, from the imagery, it looks like a group of copper-colored people. So, copper-colored people who are probably being rowdy and whatnot. I don't know. The youth have too much time on their hands. You know what I said? Little Cup, Big T. Youth got too much time on their hands because no one's focusing on education. No one's focusing on the betterment of themselves. I mean, granted, school has been debunked as something that, you know, isn't really benefiting a mass majority of people. But that doesn't mean, you know, take to the streets and reduce your freedom by just a smidgen, a couple of years. It ain't helping nobody. It definitely ain't helping nobody that's, you know, trying to fight for a cause or speak on some things. Ooh, are you missing out on free money? 80% of Americans aren't taking advantage of COVID relief. COVID relief. I'm gonna read into that. What's COVID relief? Let's see. Unemployed Americans know about COVID-related financial relief, including enhanced unemployment benefits, but an overwhelming majority, 80%, aren't taking advantage of them. A recent survey from the free personal finance site Credit Karma revealed. A Credit Karma is telling on everybody that's not taking advantage of the COVID relief. The site, best known for providing Americans with a free credit score, worked with Qualtrics to survey 1,037 U.S. adults. The findings were both surprising and unsettling. The survey revealed that 79% of Americans are aware of emergency financial relief aid offered as a result of the pandemic. However, 80% of unemployed respondents who know about the benefits haven't used them. I'm one of those 80%. I mean, the way I feel it, government benefits have always been like a thing on my list of. I overthink it because if somebody's giving you money or giving you relief, no matter how they are explaining to you where it's coming from, and you get too dependent on it, what are they at liberty to do to you while you're relying on them? Like, you got 2 different sets of people in the world when it comes down to giving. You got the here you go, and you got the here you go. So what you gonna do for that? And when it comes down to the government, I don't see them as the here you go. I see them more as the person that gives you something that stands over you and waits until they want something from you, or until they need something from you. This is my personal thing when it comes to the government, because I've never seen them just freely give somebody something and not come back to, I don't know. I've never seen them like give you something and that's just it. I got grants for school and stuff, but everything is taxed, right? And if you avoid taxes, they can put you in jail. If you don't pay your taxes, they can put you in jail. They can lock you up. So most things that they're giving away aren't free. Some of the things they're giving away, you have the liberty of choosing to take taxes out of it. But I know a lot of us just want that full balance of whatever they're trying to give out. So let's see. No one's paying their taxes. The entire financial institution of the United States has become a bit more intrusive. And by that I mean there's no privacy. Your financial records have no privacy anymore. So the banks are at liberty to give your banking information as far as your statements and your deposits, your ins and outs of your account. Like, all the banks have been chokehold by the IRS to report you and what you're doing with your revenue and what you're reporting for your taxes. And they can look very far back into the past in order to figure out if all the things that's been going on in your life match up to any type of degree. Like, we know people have fluctuating careers and fluctuating expenses, and some people went up because of the COVID, people went down because of the COVID, but they're going to look for specific correlations between your accounts, your money, and like, if you're one of those people that have not been paying taxes, or if you're one of those people that haven't been like keeping up with your financial records, you might just have to deal with the IRS coming in and telling you owe the money that you didn't pay. Or does it say that your tax bracket in your banking statement show that you're in a higher tax bracket because of what you receive and what you choose to report on your documentation? They might just slap you up at that higher tax bracket. That's something that most people don't think about, the tax brackets. People just pay their taxes or pay somebody else to pay their taxes. You don't think about the tax brackets. Where do you stand when it comes to paying taxes? I'm not going to speak no further on it, because if I start speaking a little bit further, y'all going to ask me for information. I'm not here to give you all the information. I'm here to make you think. I'm here to make you go research it yourself. I have to borrow that statement from Dan Calloway. Much love, much love. I used to be really into baseball and softball. I don't keep up with it anymore. You couldn't even ask me what's going on in baseball. Google tries to keep me up to date with it, but I rarely get on my phone to sit and look at Google. Oh, I had the Lakers up 109 versus the Suns 102. They won that game. That was yesterday. Don't mind me if I'm late. Like I said, I don't keep up with the stuff, but Little Cup, Big T. Chicago City Council delays vote on renaming Lakeshore Drive for Jean Baptist Point DuSable. The Chicago City Council delayed a vote Wednesday on whether to rename Lakeshore Drive after Jean Baptist Point DuSable. One of the items on the City Council's agenda Wednesday was to rename Outer Lakeshore Drive in honor of Chicago's first settler. A motion during the meeting has now pushed that vote back a month. Y'all sitting here wasting time deciding on renaming Lakeshore Drive. A lot of things that y'all could be doing. Y'all thinking about renaming Lakeshore Drive, and then hold on, you didn't even conclude whether or not to do it. You just pushed it back. It's too much backlash against it. How do you feel driving down Jean Baptist DuSable Road, or Jean? Hold on, what's that? Yeah, Jean Baptist Point DuSable Drive. Hey man, I'm finna drive down the J BPD Drive. Anybody want to get on the? Yeah, no. Lakeshore Drive is a staple. Like LSD. Come on now, that's a staple. That's whatever. I'm not that interested. I'm not that mad about it. I'm not that mad about it. Like I said, little cup, big T. You know, I had a lot going on as far as like trying to figure out what to do next with all of the COVID stuff popping up. It's like, what can you really say to me about plans and endeavors? Like, I've been drawing, I've been sketching, been trying to get to some type of business, some solid copies, made my own solid copies of projects that we have done. And it feels good to have a solid copy of my music that I created. You know, distributor companies will do it too, but excuse me. But you know, I made my own. Printed out the covers myself and just went from there. But I do find that it's weird that there's a lot of grants out here being passed around, and a lot of people are, you know, trying their best to get the PPP grants or loans and all that. I'm not interested in taking free money. I'm not interested in taking money from the government, whether they call it free or not, because it's like, I have yet to see anything that the government or this nation has provided to anybody being 100% free. And I have plenty of accounts of people complaining about what the government did or didn't do for them. Now, you rely on somebody that has a track record of screwing people over, and then you cry to the world that they screwed you over. I don't really know. I don't know how to feel about that. Because then everybody and their associates will tell you in the instant, yeah, man, you need to get that PPP loan, you know what I'm saying? Go up to bam. But then they haven't done it yet. Or if they are doing it, they're going to try to put you on with somebody to help them do it for a commission. I don't know, man. Look, I'm sorry. Little cup, big T. I'm not really money oriented. I'm money motivated. Because it's like, I worked for a few companies, and even the jobs that are out here, man, they so. Some of them are legitimate. Some other jobs are legitimate. I guess like the new ones, the small jobs, the fresh new companies. But them long-standing corporations, them courses, them businesses somebody created a long time ago, as they're standing for the test of time. Those ain't real no more. It's a lot of unprofessional stuff that goes on in all of these places, and what they call it, civilized nature. Civilized nature is the only reason why a lot of people go, hi, welcome to our store. Please come in and find something that you may like, and then I may assist you if you need any help. And then when that goes off and they clock out, it's, gee, bro, man, I just left the door. I just left work, man. Fuck that job, boy. Fuck that shit, boy. I'm out there. I mean, you don't even understand what they are talking about after they clock off. But that's my point. Not saying that, you know, there's anything wrong with a civilized culture or society, but I know people to be some straight up heathens. Even the people that have those doctrines in their mind of, I'm going to be a civilized person all day. Heathens. Everybody is a heathen. Innocent people, innocent heathens. And when I say innocent, I mean those who don't, you know, their minds don't veer to the corrupt and dark side of life, but they still have issues that revolve around those realms. I don't know. Look up Big T. I'm drawing right now. I'm sketching. I'm sketching while delivering you guys some quotes. Speaking of quotes, I've been reading the Bible. When I say Big T, that's some Big T right there. The Bible is Big T. But I read the Bible in an unorthodox fashion and an unorthodox order. But every time I do read it and I find a quote that stands out to me, because I read everything as it comes to me. It's been getting better. That I can say. Been working on getting the vegetation going. And just getting a good stream of our products and projects. I'm gonna constantly be re-uploading and resubmitting my shoe designs for the public. It's just marketing is a true thing, but I don't want to force or fool someone into buying a product that that I'm supporting or sponsoring. Like even with when back in the day when I was consuming cannabis, I always made sure the cannabis that I was promoting was good cannabis, or the person I was promoting was a good distributor. But they might not always be good. They could be good to me and trash to you, and I sent them your way. I don't want to be that person. I feel really bad for the people who work 10 to 20 years plus at the same location. I understand, wanting a bit of security, but what's more secure than having several different skills under your belt? What's more secure than having so much knowledge in your brain that no matter where you go, you're useful? No one can say, "Oh, we don't need or want you." I'm learning that it's coming into terms with everything. A lot of jobs are open right now because it's the summertime, and this is usually where all the seasonal workers come in, the college employees and whatnot. But I don't know. No one's been working because of unemployment. A lot of people aren't going to work because of unemployment. And that's true. It's been a nonstop thing. Unemployment has stopped people from wanting to go to work. Because why go to work when unemployment can pay your bills and possibly then some? Or you can stack up your unemployment if you haven't already been stacking up unemployment and just be living off unemployment and smart investments. I mean, yeah, people don't work no more. Especially after what I just told you. If it's not a small business that's just starting out, because small businesses all start the same. Merchants and sellers and whatnot, you just making sure that someone wants to buy a service. For as long as I've known business, it's about figuring out what people want, finding something that people don't want and selling it to them anyway. And it doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna sit here and design a webcam, a laptop, a speaker, a phone, Communication is important, but I'm not gonna go and design my own phone. I'm not gonna create one from scratch. You know, get the circuit boards and you know, I will have to sit and create every component. But then where I'm getting the resources from. So they make a lot of things that wouldn't seem super important a necessity. Like right now. Like with COVID, if I didn't want to have to without COVID, if I didn't want to pay for a phone bill, I'll just make sure I know where all my family lives at. And I visit them every day. But with COVID, I wouldn't be able to visit them no more, right? So what do I have to do? I have to get technology, wouldn't I? What was the biggest spike of sales during COVID? Technology. Well, what had the biggest shortage after the spike? Technology. You don't think I'm telling the truth? Think about the PS5 and Xbox what? Xbox whatever epidemic. Like, I tell you, people, I lost all faith in society so many times. And no, it's killing me. It's killing me slowly because I'm not super optimistic, but I'm not super pessimistic. And in that sense, it's just like I'm not so optimistic that I'm blind to what's going on around me because I was born with the eyes wide open when I came out the womb. He was too. He came out the womb just like this. So I can see. It's just I choose to have a little more faith in a lot of different things, a lot of different people, a lot of different circumstances. But it's only like 2 times. It's only 2 times you can pull some wool over my eyes. After I remove it the second time, I might not have a nice demeanor. I might look a little bit angrier. So but little cup, big T, right?
Little cup, chilled mangoes. I said a little cup, chilled mangoes.
And you know, barbecued again yesterday. I'm enjoying the smell of barbecue again because you know, vegan life. I don't really consume meat, so I didn't see the need for a grill. But then I thought about it: vegetable kebabs. They bring life. Oh, I thought you was talking to me. So yeah, sketching, big cup, little tea. I'm grateful for all the support that I receive. Don't know if I said that last time or if I said enough, but 100% grateful for all the support. I've had so many different transitions in my life. At one point, I was part of a music group, and that was fair. I do say I miss my pops for the sake that while he was here, you know, I could just talk to him when I wanted to. Not to say I talk to him all the time because I'm one to prefer my space from almost any individual because I don't know. I've always been out. I try to always stay out the way. My whole mindset as a human was to never be in anybody's way and never to be in anybody's face too much. So, you know, not to feel like, I mean, not to look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I made a song about it. I often felt like a burden almost everywhere I went or anywhere I was. So I try not to do anything. Funniest thing ever. My first kiss, I was at a neighbor's family's house, which is also a family friend. I was just sitting on the floor staring at the ceiling, just like this. Staring directly at the ceiling. I didn't ask for anything to eat. I didn't ask for anything to drink. I didn't make any noise. I just sat there on the floor looking at the ceiling, and it was enough space that I wasn't in anybody's way. So I did a pretty good job of always staying out of other people's way. But I don't know. Oh, you thought I was gonna tell the first kiss story? Nah. If I ain't already tell that story, I'll tell it later. It's not what this is about. This is Little Cup, Big T. So I've been coming to terms with like my life and both the good things and the bad things, because what is repenting if not revealing one's hidden truths? And there are things that had to be revealed that I revealed to those who had to like know them. Like telling my truths on camera. No. I think I said in the song that if I'm recording, I'm a lie. But that's only because the truths are meant to be released, but I don't want to have to remember them. I got them off my chest to get rid of them because I kept playing them on repeat in here for not having them exposed in the first place. But the peace of mind that I have now comes from the fact that I was able to just get rid of that extra baggage. I don't know a lot of people who are used to getting rid of that extra baggage or comfortable coming to terms with the decisions and actions that they made. You ever heard a story that someone was telling you and knew they was leaving out some information, but like you just left it alone because you didn't have the proof, or you had the proof, but you just expected them to tell you the truth? Yeah, I was in that predicament. People knew things that I knew, but at a certain point in my life, there was like a slight bit of fear. Yeah, like a slight bit of fear during the circumstance. And I gotten over my fear when it comes to telling people my truths. Because at the end of the day, once I get rid of it, I ain't got to deal with it no more. Like that's the best. I think that's the best thing. And no, therapy don't work. No, not for me. It don't work for me. No. Telling the people involved works more for me than telling some stranger that's gonna be like, and so you feel like that's the reason why you have no. Tell the person, tell the people, and if that person is gone, pray on it, because it's better to get rid of it and get it off your chest. It's like getting ready to sneeze, and instead of sneezing, you just your nose just starts getting fatter and fatter because you keep holding in all that snot and mucus. In Walking, in my song Walking, I said I lost my granddad recently, but you say forget it. When I said that, I was talking about the fact that when I lost him, he died on the 4th of September. 4. Get it? Get it? Hey, no one's going to get that except for people that know him and know about it. And that's only if they're watching the video. So, Little Cup, Big T, right? And for those who know, for those who don't know, my left arm is tattooed with a dead gentleman titled Misery. Now my right arm is tattooed with a Harlequin jester female titled Love. Love and misery. My right hand brings love, my left hand brings misery. You know, that's the motif of the whole thing. And you know, I have made time for myself to expand upon that and explore that to the highest degree. And it brings me a bit of happiness to know that over time I've gotten to be a little bit better. I said I was doodling, guys. Didn't say I was creating such a magnificent, monumental sketch. But I'm really big on eyes. Like a lot of things that I draw and sketch are eyes. Eyes, singular eyes, or I, or AI. Not AI like the robots, but like a singular eye, like the ocular. I know a lot of words for eye because, you know, I'm a walking eyeball. And many people try to see the third one. It's really hard to gather sometimes. Look up Big T. Everything takes a lot of work, takes a lot of time, and if you're doing things earnestly and honestly, it'll get there. Praying, staying to yourself, and just trying to be happy. I don't know how people see me, what it is that they want to draw as their conclusion. I've been a bad dude, I've been a good dude. I've tested the waters, really. I've been known to be a man of science, because science is just theory and application. If I have a theory about the way something works, or I have a theory about the way something's going to go, I got to do it, I got to try it, and then I got to see. And that's the route I took. Took the route of, yeah. But, you know, another thing is hypotheticals. So before something becomes an experiment or a execution, you have to go through the theory and hypothetical side where you think about it, discuss it, break down everything about it, you analyze it. A lot of things when it comes to science is analytical, and I'm always drawn at the analytical part. I stop there first before I go any further. For instance, if I'm going to go run into traffic, I have to figure out, is there a car coming? Do I have the speed necessary to make it all the way across the street? What's going to happen when I take my foot off the sidewalk? Is someone going to try to save me or stop me? Is someone going to assume that I'm trying to commit suicide? Is someone going to like get in my way? Is the car that, you know, that I'm not seeing going to be speeding? Is that person going to slow down? Are they going to stop and yell at me? You know, what's going to happen? Something's off. Something's off around here. There you go. So it's just like, I'm really analytical. I'm gonna reassess my mustache. Could have sworn I made everything even. But yeah, it's just little by little, I'm learning. I'm trying to teach. I'm trying to expand upon certain things. I don't want to keep going through the same stuff over and over like some sick, cynical merry-go-round. I want to show some growth and elevation. I want to see some actual change. Like the constant back and forth I've seen and had with certain circumstances and certain people, it hasn't driven me to the point of insanity, because I think whenever it comes down to getting to that point, I always snap back. So, like, if somebody tries to write me off as, oh, he's crazy, or you know what the damn, they can write me off if they want to. I'll probably just come back and like it would be the greatest comeback that you've ever seen. Like, I'm 100% used to being like at underdog status. Like, there's nothing more interesting and satisfying than someone not believing in you, or someone writing you off as being a specific person or a certain way, and then you come back and just something grander. But I don't know. Like as of recently, like I've been feeling good. You know, I haven't been consuming cannabis. So, like for those who know me or have seen me go through a grandiose of like quantities of cannabis, I'm no longer going through the same thing anymore. Like I re-picked up my green thumb when it came down to like gardening, and I just been trying to like see where that takes me because it's a real skill to be able to grow fruits and vegetables and successfully harvest and yield your own fruits and vegetables. Because I mean, what do we go to the grocery store for if not to pick up sustenance? And a lot of that sustenance is like fruits and vegetables. And if you're like me, I'm a vegan, so a lot of my substance is literally fruits and vegetables. Like, when it comes down to like starches like potato chips and corn snacks and rice snacks, I'm really getting sick and tired of it because, like, see all of this sugar, starch, like almost a good majority of everything has sugar in it. Cane sugar, toast, sweeteners, syrup, not glycanol, sucralose, I don't want none of that, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Stevia, monk fruit is okay, I guess. You know, I've been dabbling with coconut sugar, but for the most part, I'm kind of tired. Like, has not been a thing for me in about like the last 5 years. Like my first jump into all of this stuff. My first jump into all of this stuff was like a crimson shot, and now it's just I don't know. Like the Bible says, man is supposed to eat. The Bible said man is supposed to eat and be plentiful and drink and quench thirst. But like I'm oftentimes finding myself despising the fact that, you know, I'm drawn to eat. So I drink water, tea, some juices and stuff, but I rarely drink any tea anymore because the habit of making it is falling from my soul. I have it. It's just the need to start my day off with some tea, or the need to drink some tea slowly fades away from me often. And I just get tired. But you know, life is what it is when you make it something. When you don't make it something, it's whatever you allow it to be. I used to live like going through the flow of that and just going with the flow. Most of the time with like with weird stuff going on and having to accept it because you did nothing to stop it. Yeah. Well, thank you. And when you go with the flow, it's easy to have a chill demeanor because none of your decisions and actions were that of your own. You just allow whatever to happen. Your only action and decision you made was to simply allow whatever came to come. So, like, when I got into my car accident a couple of years back, I had accepted the circumstance pretty quickly. Like, I don't know, I guess I passed out while driving. When I woke up, I'm just like, okay, hit the brakes. Brakes wasn't working. It's like, brakes not working. Several things popped into my head. Like, I could have went around the car that was in front of me and just, hope for the best then. But, I decided to just let it be. I accepted it. Like, my life like flashed before my eyes for like maybe a couple seconds. And then I found myself holding the wheel. And I was scared all of maybe 5, maybe 10, 5 to 10 seconds. I was scared before my mind kicked in. It was like, you're by yourself. You know, you ain't gonna put nobody in danger. I didn't know what was in front of me. I know it was a truck, but I didn't know what was in front of me. I couldn't see. It was too far away. It was like, ain't nobody gonna be in danger. I'm probably gonna be the only one that gets jacked up. The brakes ain't, car ain't slowing down none. There ain't nothing I can do here. So I'm just like, okay. I never took my foot off the brake though. Like, my foot was just pressing to the brake out of instinct. But I'm just like, okay, whatever happens, happens. Man, I was just like, I lived a good life. And almost right before impact, the brakes kicked in. So it was like, the front of my car got smacked up, but no airbag deployment. You know, I did get out holding my neck. I admit on that day I was a little bit inebriated, but not enough to not be able to handle the situation. But yeah, I was okay. Whatever would have happened, I was okay with the result. But I don't know. I don't know. I accepted my fate, and I didn't have to go down that road, which I'm grateful for. Always grateful. See you another day. Well, yeah, my life flashed between my eyes, so it didn't last that long. I guess maybe because I didn't spend that much time alive, I guess. But for everything that I saw, I didn't feel like I did, you know, a tremendous amount to no, I wouldn't even say that. I don't think I did enough to validate not accepting my fate. I stayed here, made it. But yeah, I don't really feel like that would have been the end all be all of me. There are people out here that die, and they got stuff they still gotta do. Like, they just be gone. It's just like, oh well. So and so is supposed to do this, they gone. Oh well. But I don't know. Family, friends, children. I don't know how every other person is when they're like about to go kablooey and their life is in a flash and burn up in front of their eyes, but look up, Big T. This has been another consistent perspective with Keith. You don't know what it was about. You don't know what I was talking about or why. Just know. Just know. Stay informed. Stay informed. Don't just be doing the same thing every day. Scrolling through your Instagram, scrolling through your Snapchats, scrolling through your Facebook and Pinterest. You know, just find something else to do in a day. Learn something. Get something done. You know, be yourself. Yourself isn't the person that's glued to your phone. Yourself isn't the person that's glued to your computer. You have other interests. You have other things that you want to do. It's just like whatever you put down, pick it back up. And if you don't want to pick it back up, pick up something else. It's me, Keith Young. 3 Z's. Because y'all sleeping on me. Always sleeping on me. I ain't no pillow.